Illegal methods combined with distance water fishing is causing significant economic damage to the ocean, according to a report by Welternachrichten, also known as Das Fachjournal der Welternachrichten. Every year, industrial fishing vessels unintentionally capture 38 million tons of sea creatures, which get discarded into the water, dead or dying. This represents around 40% of the global fish catch and includes 300,000 small whales and dolphins and 250,000 endangered loggerhead turtles. Apart from the direct damage to biodiversity, this constitutes an economic loss of opportunity. In a new report by the ODI, an Overseas Development Institute, also a global affairs think tank, they estimate the economic impact on developing countries of allowing companies that indulge in similar and other irregular practices to operate in their waters. The list includes bycatch and incidental fishing, lack of transparency, underreporting catch tonnage, participation in the psycho barter system, corruption, fishing without a license, exceeding quotas, human rights abuses, and shark finning, among others. These actions do not necessarily entail illegal, irregular, or unreported fishing. However, they can be exceedingly harmful. In the new ODI report, the impact of companies previously engaged in wrongdoing or unsustainable practices on countries such as Ecuador, Peru, Senegal, Ghana, and the Philippines. It estimates it in human terms by appraising the potential effect on the economy, job, and well-being of citizens in these 5 countries, focusing on Peru, Ecuador, Senegal, Ghana, and Philippines because these are some of the most vulnerable countries to overfishing, but also because their waters shows a significant presence of foreign distant water fishing fleets. In Senegal and Ghana, for instance, fish provides more than 60% of the animal protein needed for a healthy diet. In some isolated coastal communities, almost all protein comes from fish. Peru's fish production and export have been increasing consistently, and their contribution to the economy is enormous. Meanwhile, in Senegal, Ghana, and the Philippines, to different degrees, many communities rely on fish and fishing activities for livelihood, and fisheries makes a significant contribution to their economic development. On economic, employment, and poverty impact, it is obvious that the economic ramifications of unsustainable fishing practices by different corporations are profound. Collectively, the fishing operations could represent a missed economic opportunity equivalent to 0.26% of the combined GDP of the 5 countries, affecting 30,174 jobs and contributing to 142,192 individuals living in poverty. This loss was not distributed evenly across the 5 countries. For example, in Senegal, the impact these companies' fishing activities on the economic amount to around a significant 0.2% loss in the national GDP. In Ghana, the impact was estimated to be an additional 27,000 individuals living in poverty. When vessels, often backed by foreign entities but not always engage in overfishing, they significantly deplete fish stock and jeopardize the sustainability of local fishing industries. This depletion directly affects the revenue stream of the countries involved, impacting local communities that rely on fishing as their primary source of income, as well as their future. The depletion of fish stocks poses a direct threat to employment within the local fishing sector of the affected countries. Thousands of jobs are at risk, spanning from direct fishing activities to ancillary industries, such as fish processing and marketing. This not only threatens individuals' livelihood, but also exacerbates poverty levels among coastal communities, highlighting the human cost of unsustainable fishing practices. Unsustainable fishing practices contribute significantly to the destruction of marine habitats, including the depletion of fish stocks. This environmental degradation poses several risks and undermines crucial ecosystem services such as food security, and protection against natural disasters. Looking at wrongdoings and unsustainable practices, lost and abandoned fishing gear continues to trap and kill marine life in the phenomenon known as ghost fishing. Discarded fishing gear like drifting fish, aggregating devices can get stuck on coral reefs and other sensitive habitats and continue capturing fish and other animals. This not only results in wasteful loss of marine lives, but also contributes to the degradation of marine ecosystem. Fishing aggregation devices are also used to attract ocean-going pelagic fish such as tuna. While offering benefit for fishery management and operations, they also pose risk to marine ecosystem and the sustainability of fish stocks. They can be anchored to the ocean floor in coastal areas or left to draft in the open ocean. The use of fat has increased significantly since the 1990s, leading to a higher bycatch rate of non-target species, including shark and billfish, which are more vulnerable due to their life history. The ecological toll of fat is considerable. They alter the natural behaviors of fish, leading to potential overfishing of juvenile tuna and other species that congregate around these devices. Moreover, fats can impact coastal ecosystem when they become detached and wash up on reefs or beaches. The material used in fat, such as bamboo, can also introduce foreign elements into marine environment, further disrupting local ecosystem. According to industry standard, accidental fishing can exceed 5% of vessels' total catch. It refers to the catch portion that was unintentionally caught but retained. Incidental catch should be distinguished from discards and bycatch. Initially, the cycle trade involved industrial fishing vessels exchanging their unwanted catch for food and livestock provided by canoes at sea, mainly in Ghana. This system has since been transformed, with industrial vessels now intentionally catching species for the cycle trade, which disrupts local markets and contributes to the trade of juvenile fish. Despite the Ghanaian government's ban on the cycle trade in the late 2021, due to its illegality under the national law, investigations by the Environmental Justice Foundation have revealed that the practice persists and has become more overt. IJF research has tracked significant quantities of small pelagic and juvenile demersal fish being packaged and sold at Ghana's major industrial ports, which are then distributed throughout the country. There has been advocates for a comprehensive approach to address the challenges posed by unsustainable fishing practices, which includes strengthening regulation frameworks. This can be done by enhancing national and international regulatory frameworks to prevent overfishing and ensure sustainable fishing practices. Also, improving monitoring and enforcement. This can be done by implementing robust monitoring and enforcement mechanisms to deter IUU fishing and ensure compliance with fishing regulations. Promoting sustainable fishing by encouraging an adoption of sustainable fishing practices among DWFs to protect marine biodiversity and ensure the long-term viability of fish stocks, and also international cooperation, which involves fostering international cooperations to address the transboundary nature of marine ecosystem and the global scale of fishing industry.